Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday night.
That's right.
It's 9 p.m. It's time for What's on Joe Mind. Thank you for joining us this evening. It is our first Tuesday episode. We've done Thursday, we've done Friday. Now in our attempt to conquer the rest of the week, we're going to move into Tuesday. And it's really not anything nearly that sinister. It's just the 1 week where the four of us can actually all get together. So it makes sense to have the show that day. But we'll be right back with you. But first, you got to listen to our kick-ass theme song. There we go, and just knowing that he's a veteran and knows how to get on the show early. Matt Rubin says it's going to be like going from watching a 3-hour Raw to watching an 8-hour WrestleMania. Yes, and probably not even one of those good ones either. It's like WrestleMania 2000 or something. But,
A McMahon in every corner.
it should have worked, man. It should have worked, but no.
Nothing about that sounds good.
No. But anyways, welcome to What's on Joe Mind. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. Hope everybody enjoyed their, 10-day layoff? Something like that. And regardless, we did not go last Friday for two reasons. First and foremost, there wasn't anything going on that needed to be jumped on last Friday, that's for sure. And second, none of us were free except for, shiftless layabout and media gadfly, Ragtime Rob. He was the only one that would have been able to run a show on Friday. And as Ragtime Rob is about as technically fluent as, suffice to say, there's like the mailbox works better than Ragtime Rob does. And that's no offense. It's not your thing.
Hey, when we went to, COVID protocols and quarantines, he was the only one to consistently get stuff up online and create a virtual classroom. Yo.
That
All
guy.
right. So okay, I take it back. Ragtime Rob can run a Zoom meeting, which is half of the fight with this. But how you doing, Ragtime Rob?
Oh, fine. Since you think I'm some kind of Luddite.
Well, I mean,
If you can actually use it in a sentence, you're probably not a Luddite.
I mean, if we're being truly honest, I'm just saying. Anyways, I'll be fair and place your skills somewhere between Mark Webber and Joe Colton.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure how that scale works, and I'm going to leave it vague on purpose.
I'm just going to say the tag team of Weber and Colton ran a show as a duo a while ago.
From a car.
One from a car.
And several
Together.
police. Yes.
From a
Driving
mountain,
with her knees.
from a mountain cabin on the other end. And it's pretty wild.
But joining us back after her 2-week absence, because Lord knows she can't be on more than one show in a row. She's the co-hostess with the co-moses, the queen of G.I. Joe cosplay. Joe Colton is back with us today.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Joe Colton, we got news from the home front, don't we?
Yes. I is pregnant.
Wait, let me get my shocked face.
I like how the Cobra emblem went over my belly.
I told you, you're not pregnant from the front.
There is no tangible evidence that Joe Colton is pregnant. She actually just has a basketball on under her blouse.
Profile shot.
Oh, we need to make
this. There's the baby.
There's the baby. I wonder what my excuse is.
Or she's working on her Quato cosplay.
Right.
I tried to do a cosplay for a con last weekend.
But congratulations, streaming in from the live chat.
That's it.
Thank you, everyone, for both joining us and for wishing Joe well.
Thank you, guys.
So, so how far along are we, Ms. Golden?
We are 26 weeks.
All right, and I feel good about this because you told us several weeks ago, but we don't have to play. We don't have to be.
We weren't allowed to say anything, so you guys did well.
We were so good.
We were kept to secrecy.
Yes.
26 weeks. Do we know the gender of the little one?
The little one is a little girl, and she is already got set up with GI Joes. Like I've already picked them out.
It's a comment from Bart. Now Cotton Eye is flipping over furniture.
Oh my god! Oh. Yes, it'll be interesting.
But not the cot. The cot is mounted down.
No, yeah, well, he's got to lay down somewhere from this news.
That's terrifying. So terrifying.
It's got to get a second little cot.
That is so terrifying.
Cot 6.5.
You need childcare now and then, right?
Oh my god, I would die.
He's like, I bet he'll send you a message and be like, I can totally help with childcare. Wes can watch the
Here's
kid
a little
while you come over.
Hank Perry with the question of the night so far. Have you picked out her cosplay yet?
I
A lot
have.
of Grogu to start.
So Wes is pushing that. And I'm like, yo. We've discussed costumes for the little one. For the first Halloween, I want to do whatever fruit or vegetable she was that month for the 12 days leading up to Halloween, and then have a really cool Halloween costume.
Okay.
So every day she would be a different fruit or vegetable.
And what is last question for now? What day are we due, Joe Colton?
June 3rd.
All right, so I can start booking guest hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Get them lined up.
But I have to be on a lot of bed rest, so I can't be doing a lot.
Let's book Wes for June 3rd.
All right.
From the hospital as he's screaming.
You're in the background.
Breathe, honey, breathe!
You're doing great, honey. So what's this G.I. Joe thing?
I'm podcasting here.
Exhausted and hungover. We'll get the wrist lock.
Keep it down there, honey. I'm on what's on Joe mind.
Let's let me check the calendar real quick.
Okay.
June 3rd is a Saturday. So
It is.
unless you go for May 30th or hold out until June 6th, the possibilities of live birth are remote. So
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah, did we want that?
Think of the thing.
We didn't. Mike apparently did.
Plug the damn show.
Oh,
And last for our regular host, also back after a 2-week absence, of the of Central Oregon and all parts unknown. He is the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
Ooh, gotta tell you, there ain't no quick way from Barrington, Rhode Island to Bend, Oregon, man.
No.
Ugh.
That's
So,
5 stopovers?
Well, we flew out of Boston, which is almost always a mistake.
That's like 3 stopovers right there.
We were
Yeah.
trying to do Boston to Salt Lake to Bend, or Redmond, which is right north of Bend.
Right.
And it didn't. Oh no, there was one more in there. I think we hit Philly, maybe. But we were almost stranded in Salt Lake. They held the door for us because they knew we arrived late, so that was cool. But the best part, my eternal baseball partner and my oldest friend Brent lives in Salt Lake. So if we had been stuck, we would have got to hang out with him, and our kids have never met, which would have been really cool, actually. So, and it's one of the best. It's like straight out of the town, right? I text him right before we're taking off because we're taking off late. And go, hey, there's a chance we might be stuck in Salt Lake overnight. And he's like, you're at my place, dude. Just like that, right? Not, I'll see what I can do, or I'll make it work. I don't know. He was just like, you're it. And I'm like, that's perfect. So I dug that, but it didn't happen. We made our flight just barely. Spent a week in Oregon, 2 days skiing on the mountain I grew up on, which was great. What else? We threw axes at a bar just to be totally lumberjack. That was pretty solid. Saw a couple of.
Got to do that back in October one night with some friends. That is more fun than you'd think.
Yeah, it's a good time. So we enjoyed that. Got to see a couple of really old, really good friends, and it was just a fabulous trip. So nothing like. I mean, I haven't lived there since '95, and it's still home sweet home. So it was a good trip.
So, I mean, I imagine that lumberjack axe throwing bar in Bend, Oregon, is just kind of par for the course, though, right?
Pretty much, right? Oh, and we went to my alma mater for a grudge intra-city basketball game, and I mean, they run like spotlights, and the pep band plays Iron Man from Black Sabbath as Ben High and the Lava Bears are getting introduced. So, not bad. Got to say those refs were garbage, though. Summit got away. Stole one, but whatever.
What's important is you're not bitter.
This is the best bit. See, it was senior night. Bend High trailed by as many as 13, but 10 most of the game. And they closed it to 4. And then one of the seniors got a double technical on senior night. Thrown out. And it wasn't something he said. He didn't even touch anybody. Thrown out. They hit both free throws. Got the ball back on possession, scored again. So it went from down 4 with 3 minutes to go to down 8 and done. So never going to forget his senior night.
Right. That's a memorable one. If you can't be the star.
Yeah. Be memorable, at least.
So big.
Yeah. Saw his grandma after the game, who was the mother of a kid I went to school with. And I'm like, what do you say? Hell of a game.
How about that ending, huh?
Yeah.
And of course, rounding out tonight's cast, he is finally done cleaning up after the mess of his last program. He's got the plastic suit put away. But from his own YouTube channel, joining us, Brian Lower himself. Hooded Cobra Commander 788 is in the house.
Our lead-in
That's
audience.
nice.
Put that down. Hi.
Yelling at children or cats?
Cats this time. It's just the cats.
All right.
Act like children. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to. Oh, you say that.
We're gonna get the crossover with your cat and Weber's cat.
Yeah. Let's cage match. I heard that your cat is tougher, but that's fine with me. It's just go to town.
He's he has more claws, but he's less motivated.
Yeah, I mean, he lives here, but we're not friends.
Perfect cat relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
About normal.
Well, but I did want to say, first of all, thank you for having me back. Thank you to the fantastic hosts we have here, just above there, Mark Tholomew Weber, the honcho. Nice to see you there. Racktime Rob the Robber, and G.I. Joseph Colton Cosplay. Always nice to see you there. And Mike.
There you go.
Sounds about right.
Full concept joke.
I gotta imagine this is like a Loud family moving in next door.
Often with drunken people on the porch. That sort of family.
I'll look for opportunities. I'm supposed to look for opportunities to stir up controversy and to create some kind of a rival or something. So I don't know. I'll look for. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Right. It's funny that I think folks try to put that on us. Right. Like, the YouTube crowd has been with you longer than they've been with us. We were in podcasting for just audio only for such a long time. So that was kind of our thing for a while, and we decided to try and continue to grow things in this direction. And I think the fact that you were on YouTube first, I think people sometimes they cast us as this interloper, like we're just here to horn in on your audience. No, that's not it at all.
No. Please horn. Horn in.
Right. I mean, whatever. I mean, people are free to watch what they want to watch. We provide similar entertainment. You're our friend. You've done a lot for our show. You've probably done more for our show than anybody who's not on our show. And in Joe Colton's case, far more.
Ooh.
There.
Ooh, see,
Hey,
no, look,
hey,
no,
look,
that's not how it's supposed
she's
to
having
work.
a baby. Kids is ratings.
No, look, no, it's supposed to be between us, the controversy and the rivalry. No, you can't start something with, look, I'm trying to help, okay? This is what gets the ratings.
Right. I think we need to say Hasbro a couple more times. That's the
Oh.
secret to it all. We need to just rant about Hasbro.
Yeah, that's got to be in the title.
Right. I mean, Joe Colton, I'm picking on you here, but you realize that we are counting on you to be at the front of the next generation of What's on Joe Mind fans. Because it's just you.
Yeah,
Baby's first words will be.
That probably won't be far off.
How quick can that baby subscribe?
Well, Remy's kids.
Yeah.
Remy's not kids.
Nah, I got teenagers. They ain't
They
helpful.
don't count. They're no good.
Yeah.
They
They're
might
about to get
show up.
Cousin Oliver.
They might show up in a couple years, but for right now, they're right at that point where they're going to start disavowing everything Dad knows stuff about.
Yeah, pretty much. I took them skiing last week. One of them hit a tree and broke their iPad. Oh,
Fair.
Kids these days. But seriously, we want nothing but the best for HCC show. That's our lead-in.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's our opening act. That's
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because normally you put the stronger so second, but no, we're gonna just be up later. I don't know what's going.
Got to have a gimmick.
Okay,
I'll end the show with a joke, and you start the show with the punchline, and that's
I like that.
That's how we'll get them.
We'll quiz people. Whoever shows up and understands, then we'll know those are our real ride or die fans.
Mike, you know how lead-ins work, right? I mean, no one's watching Wings if cheers don't work.
True.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is normally it's well.
That makes me Wings.
No,
I
if you're
have
the
wings, I
lead-in.
just don't
No,
have
you're
engines.
Your cheers.
Your cheers.
Joe Colton, another question for you. Diana Davis asks, will it be a delivery or an unboxing?
Not sure yet.
Well, it's probably not an unboxing. You haven't done one of those for us in like 3 years.
I'm not even sure you can say that on YouTube. Okay?
Right. Jeff Butler hasn't figured out. HCC 788 is the friends to What's on Joe Mind's single guy.
That's about right.
Seems legit.
Probably. Yeah,
Yep.
that's about right.
Hello, Seinfeld. We're Caroline in the city.
Oh my God.
See, that's a step up from single guy. I'm not
Definitely.
gonna criticize Caroline in the city.
Uh,
They got 6 seasons of that.
I'm sorry. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Right.
That's a lot.
But thank you for joining us, everybody who's at home tonight, whether it's your first time or whether you've been with us a bunch of times. Torpedo Mike asked, no love for Night Court. Lots of love for Night Court. But
Nothing but love for Night Court.
We're not
One of my
Night Court.
favorite all-time shows.
Great show.
I'm in the middle of rewatching the whole thing.
Why? Because there isn't a new one to watch?
I mean, there is, but it takes me a long time to binge watch things. I don't binge very much. Like, I'll go 2 episodes, then it's time to move on to something else. So the fact that I'm well into season 6 of Night Court gives you an idea of how long I've been.
That's all right. You can skip the last 2.
It's been a 5 or 6 month process at this point. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, no, we have lots of love for Night Court. We just don't count ourselves as worthy of that comparison. But what do you say? We've wasted America's time for long enough. Let's go ahead and get into community calendar.
I hated being on What's on Joe Mind.
That brutal chest cut.
Shipless layout. Shipless layout.
Now I'm quotable now.
But you can't scandalize Joe now. She's going to be somebody's mom. You know,
We can and
So
we will.
God help us if we have fans that have epilepsy.
yeah, no kidding.
Hey,
We cleaned them out about a month ago.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's that's good times right there. But it's we had to. I had to make sure that I got the one with that has the Brian Lower Hooded Cobra Commander cameo in it. Because you know, I'm just glad I guessed right because I don't do a very good job of labeling these things on my buttons over here. So, but yeah, it's community calendar. First up, it's this weekend.
Woohoo.
No, it's next weekend. No, it's this coming weekend. I can't tell anymore. We've lost our weekend vibe. I don't know when anything is. It's Tuesday night, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But March 4th and 5th, that's Saturday and Sunday. PeoriaCon, as you can see by the chubby little fan. They're open 10 to 5 Saturday, 10 to 4 Sunday. $10 admission per day for adults, 5 for kids. Parking, of course, as with all quality shows, is free. You can get more details at PeoriaCon.com. Jeff Butler of the Peoria Chamber of Commerce wanted us to know as well. Also in Peoria is the Richard Pryor statue, located downtown at the northwest corner of Southwest Washington and State Streets. So if you're in Peoria for the con, be sure you stop by and say hello to the King of Comedy.
So Larry Hamo is supposed to go to this, but due to personal reasons and some medical stuff, I guess, with family, he is no longer going to be going to this.
Yes, that is correct. That was announced earlier today.
Yes.
So if you were heading out to PeoriaCon to see Larry, he will not be there. But again, everything seems to be fine with him personally. But he had some situation at home come up, and he will unfortunately not be in attendance. So just be prepared for that. Still get out to PeoriaCon, see their room that is chock full of dealers and traders, and get your toy on and see the other fine guests there as well. I think they got the original Black Ranger from Power Rangers. I think he's the other guy who's kind of a name there. Walter Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see the Richard Pryor statue to see if the hair is on fire.
Well, I mean,
What, too soon? Come on.
look, it's a statue. You could do that sort of thing.
I know, right? There's a Michael Jackson one like that.
You know, somebody once made the joke to Harry Carey that they should put up a statue of him outside of Wrigley Field and put his liver in there and light his liver on fire. Harry kind of laughed about it. It's like, no, that won't be necessary. I'm afraid that would be like one of those eternal flame kind of situations. So I mean, it's there. Look, for what it's worth, Mark, I think Richard Pryor would have really liked that joke.
I think he would have.
I think
He
he would have
probably
really
would've.
liked that joke.
Hey, man, if I'm good with Richard Pryor, I'm doing something right.
Right. He'd have been okay. Killer Weezer understands. It's
What
plugged
the
at the
damn
statue.
Yep. Look at this. Phil Donnelly and I are on the same page, as usual.
I don't know if that's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Look, man, he's my ride or die. He's got a proton pack. He can keep me safe.
That's right. From those in the afterlife. But that's the
Just
draw.
in case
for
Richard
me.
Pryor didn't like the joke.
I would want to go to Walter Jones's table and just scream Mastodon just to see what. I mean, I was 18 when that show first popped up. We used to have to watch it because my roommate would not. We were pals. He would not go to dinner until Power Rangers was over.
Ooh.
So, look. Eddie had strange tastes in television. We didn't begrudge him. The man never studied. He got through with a 4.0. Clearly, it worked for him. We're not going to upset his schedule.
Couldn't you have taped Power Rangers and just played the tape?
You know,
Like, same episode every day, right?
look, I went to Southeast Missouri State. We did not walk around with personal VCRs. We were not
Yeah,
that highfalutin of a kid.
I suppose that's fair.
That was, I mean, that was the two societies that converged in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, was area kids from the Boot Heel. Like Eddie and I, we were scholarship kids from out of state, so we didn't really count. But it was basically area kids from the Boot Heel or the rich kids from St. Louis that didn't get good enough grades to go anywhere else.
Hmm.
And so you wanted to hang around more with the Boot Heel kids because they were driven and intelligent, whereas the St. Louis kids were drunk
Right.
all the time.
And uppity.
Look, everybody should be able to do that sometimes, but all the time. Anyways. Killer Weezer still busting on the statue, man. Let the statue go.
What'd the statue do to you?
Pryor made some mistakes, man. He paid for them. Anyway. Next up. Also this weekend on Sunday, it's Geek Meet Indie. Not taking place.
That's totally not red.
Yeah, I know. Not taking place in Indy, mind you, but just outside in Danville, Indiana, at the County 4-H Fairgrounds. It is 10 to 4 if you're in my and Racktime Rob's neck of the woods.
That's a lot of Kirby crackle.
It is. Admission $5 for everybody. Kids at 8 or under are free. 2 big dealer rooms, artists, special guests, including friend of the program, Pixel Dan.
Are you guys going?
That's the plan, yes. We do plan on being there. The Roma folks will be there.
Yay!
Touch base with them. It won't be quite the same without Joe Colton around.
I'm sorry.
Harrison Ford is going to be there.
Really?
No, he is not.
What?
No. That's not Geeks Meeting Indie. That's Geeks
Oh. NXT superstar Indy Hartwell will be there signing autographs.
No, that's not true either.
No?
Stop spreading rumors, you!
I mean, it just makes sense.
No,
That's
like-
who I'd book.
I think Pixel Dan might be the biggest celebrity they have.
Could you
Oh, really?
imagine?
At
Could
least
you
until we show
imagine
up.
calling Harrison Ford's agent and saying, "Hey, we got a Comic-Con. We'd love for you to come in and sign some autographs."
He probably hasn't done that since 1977.
He'd probably call you back from a landline so he could hang up hard enough.
Damn.
He is never happy.
No, I mean, you can't just.
Well, no, there's times when he is, and it's usually when he's hot.
Yeah.
And there at the same time, that memes that's usually when he's flying a plane.
Yeah,
You can't hang up on somebody with force on a cell phone, right? Like, no, not saying it.
Because we're playing grammar games today. Diana Davis says he's there, but only one person can meet.
Mhm.
This
That's
is
it.
Geek Meet.
one lucky geek.
One lucky geek will meet Indiana Jones himself.
Actually, it'll just be the dog.
They named the dog Indiana. Brian, you gonna be at that one?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I don't know. Is parking free?
Parking is free.
All right, it's not on the poster, so I was a little bit concerned about that. We'll see.
We'll hold out for it.
We'll try and sneak you in. Say you're 7.5.
Yeah, got any statues of any dead comedians?
No.
Fatty Arbuckle. I don't know.
No.
Oh, well, hey, well,
So the unknown comic has a
The unknown.
That guy's still alive.
How can you be sure though?
all right. Well, okay. Well, if you, I don't know, if you got like a statue of Don Rickles or Rodney Dangerfield or something, I'll see what I can do. If parking is free.
I'd go to a Don Rickles statue.
Right.
That guy was tremendous.
Right. Well, last time our family got together, I was raising the stink with my sister because she hadn't been out to see the Lou Costello statue in Patterson, New Jersey. So comedians with statues is kind of a recurring. Or statues of comedians, rather, is kind of a recurring thing with us at this point. But yeah, so no, it's I think Pixel Dan is the closest thing they've got to a celebrity, and that's not a slag on Pixel Dan. It's,
He's good peeps.
right, he's excellent. I think he would be the first to downplay that. I mean, you can't. Can you be a celebrity if you got a? I mean, I know even if you're on YouTube and you're well seen. But like if you got a 9-to-5 job, I think it kind of takes you out of the running, doesn't it?
Yeah, if being a celebrity isn't your main job, probably not.
Yeah, that goes against the entire spirit of celebrity.
Yeah.
But, again, we love Pixel Dan. We're not laughing at Pixel Dan. If you were here, we'd be laughing with Pixel Dan.
We're laughing at someone trying to drag Harrison Ford to a con. Not this con,
Yeah.
just in
In
general.
Danville, Indiana, no.
Wyoming con welcomes Han Solo. Okay.
Not Indianapolis, mind you. which might be a big enough place to get him to. But Danville, a tiny town next to it, on the west side, the worst of the sides.
You would think they could get Danhausen. Just for the Danhausenville joke, right? Like,
I'm sure
I would like to welcome you all to Danhausenville.
next up.
Now he'll probably show up.
Maybe.
I mean, it's very likely. He's a toy guy, apparently. So, keeping it in the Hoosier State, the Indiana Retro Expo Toys and Comics will be the following weekend on March 11th in Seymour, Indiana. I don't know what 249 North Sandy Creek Drive is, but it's something. Check out their Facebook page. We've got more details there. I don't know about the status of parking on this one. I imagine that parking is free, as it is a quality show. This is the first one they've run, so it's a new show. Don't know if we're going to make it out to this one or not. My weird work schedule is not going to be as forgiving next weekend as it is this coming weekend. So,
what's the commute like to Seymour?
It's not far. It's about an hour south of here, so we'd probably be in the car about an hour and a half. We're coming from the north side of town, so.
Probably a little further because I believe it's south of Bloomington. So.
Is it? I thought you got to Seymour before you got to Bloomington.
I think it's. I mean, it's pretty close because I used to see Mellencamp in town all the time. But
I mean, what I do know is you got to take the 405. Take the 405 over to the 5.
No way. Stuart.
Take 465 to 37. But wait, 37 will be jammed.
Is anything jammed in Indiana? Come on.
At 465 at between the hours of 3 and 6.
Really, it just depends which part of 465 they've torn apart.
Yeah.
That part is jammed. That is the only real traffic I will allow people to complain about in this city.
Okay.
They don't know what traffic is. They don't know what congestion is. Well, they know traffic because they drive like crazy, but they don't know what congestion is.
Well, it is Indiana. I mean,
Hey, ask Phil if he's having fun shoveling the snow.
Yeah, Phil. Phil's in Los Angeles. He's got snow. We're in Indiana. It's 55 degrees and sunny the last week.
Does he have snow?
Yeah.
They got snow in Los Angeles twice last week.
Dicks. Chew on that, McConkie Donk. Andrew Gauguin with great advice here, avoiding the 5, putting, go around to the.
I think you should go home, Andrew. Go
You're
home.
gonna have to reroute through Marina Del Rey.
What if he's bad?
Down in Rancho Cucamonga.
This is riveting
Seymour's on
stuff. Let's keep
I-65 in
going.
The man who attends every area show.
Yeah.
Seymour is on I-65 heading to Bloomington. So I don't know what that means in regards to Bloomington, but my guess is it means it runs north.
It means you're going. Bloomington is as you're heading. You're kind of heading west down a little bit, and it's you're going a little bit more east for Seymour.
Anyways, next up, they're trying to figure out where the snow actually fell in Los Angeles. So I'm just going to let them figure that out in the live chat.
Plenty of snow in L.A. last I heard.
Yeah, it's getting taken up by the Bears.
Oh, that's right.
And of course, next weekend on Sunday, we've got Toyman in St. Louis. Out at the Machinist Hall again for the 2nd of 8 in 2023. You can get more details at toymanshow.com. $5 admission, $15 for early bird. They are open from 9 to 2. I'm glad they started closing this early because really Toyman, like that, the morning is jammed, and then afternoon you are just sitting there looking at one another. So something about Sunday morning in St. Louis, they cannot get enough of Toyman. That last hour and a half, it is dead.
Well, it's either that or church, so
Right? I mean, I'd be a Toyman too. Please. Killer Weezer asked, what famous statue is there? St. Louis has a pretty famous, I guess you could call it a statue.
it's a huggable Dave Draper.
Right, it's a huggable Dave Draper. Remember, if you show up and hug Dave Draper, tell him What's on Joe Mind sent you, your entry fee is 0% off.
It's doubled.
But it's whatever cost it is to get you out of lockup when Draper presses charges. But lots of free parking at Toyman. They got the entire Machinist Hall parking lot. It is jammed, and there's even a CVS next door with a big parking lot, or a Target rather, with a big parking lot. So you can park there. It's twofold. Lots of free parking at Toyman. Toyman's a quality show. Brian, you gonna be at that one?
Well, it is 3 days before my birthday, so if the birthday fairy just happened to have an extra $5 laying around, it's possible. Yeah, I can't imagine anyone would spring for the $15 early bird, but $5 maybe.
The $5 is what's holding you up on that, not the 10-hour drive from Tulsa.
Well, see, I figure if, like, we're talking about the birthday fairy here, right? So, I mean, the birthday fairy can afford the gas, right? The birthday fairy should be driving. Marianne is the name of the birthday fairy. So, wink. But $5 admission, very, very affordable. 3 days before my birthday. Hint.
So your birthday's on the Ides of March.
It is.
Wow.
Yes. Every year we get together, we murder Julius Caesar, and have a blast.
Got to keep tradition.
Right.
You don't have any friends named Marcus, do you?
He keeps sneaking up behind me. I got to keep an eye on that guy. Got to check my 6.
The one he'll have to drag Brutus away from Popeye.
2.
You can just keep him away from a can of spinach.
Right. Oh my goodness! I think that's it for the calendar. Hello.
All right.
I love my dog. You know what happened? You know what triggered her?
What's that?
I have no idea.
No, nobody.
You think anybody's wandering around the house at 9:40 at night? Like
On a Tuesday night. On Friday, maybe I could understand because that's party time.
Dogs are great.
Man, we had dogs growing up and they were awesome. I don't know what's wrong with your dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry.
She's probably mad that I rolled up the rug she pooped all over.
Oh well, there. You
After
go.
I cleaned it, of course.
I mean that was why she had. That was why the rug was there, right?
It's been there forever.
Oh my God.
She literally carpet bombed it, right? Like, just everywhere. Like, I'm sorry you don't feel good, but the rest of this floor is tile and wood. Wipe it right up, but nah.
Yeah.
It's got to go on the carpet. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
She is house trained. She poops all over the house.
Right. She is aware of all the places in the house she can poop.
Here's a house. I will poop in it.
Right. Smarts up.
They're
It's at their
pooping
culture,
houses.
we say, yo,
Yo,
I'm Rudy. This is a Brewmeister.
yo,
Yo.
Mr. President, we got Martians.
We got Martians out the wazoo. That's the end of community calendar.
Brutal chest cut.
Shipless layabout. Shipless layabout.
Remember, if you've got a show you want to see plugged on the community calendar, send it to that email that you saw there. What's on joemind@gmail.com. It's for all the correspondence. If you want something to get on the show, that's a good place to send it, whether it's a question you want to know about the G.I. Joe brand, whether it's a show you want to plug for community calendar, whether it's something you think in the news, business solicitations, tasteful nudes. What's on joemind@gmail.com.
What was that last one?
Nobody reacts. Okay. All right, fine.
No, I'm just.
No, I thought it was. It's already
Well,
done.
I mean, you did
Check
say
your inbox.
tasteful, so you know.
Right. I mean, tasteful.
We don't want any
Yeah,
distasteful
artistic.
ones. Yeah.
We're
Well,
all
maybe,
adults here.
maybe.
Well, technically, not everybody.
Right. So, I mean, I guess from counting Joe's beginning.
Yeah.
But she doesn't probably have working eyes yet. It's probably okay.
Joe, shield your eyes so that the infant doesn't see anything vicariously.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that, but
I
maybe.
don't know.
Right.
Maybe.
That's
I-
fine.
She has eyes. She just doesn't open them in the womb.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't say that she didn't have them, but they probably weren't functioning yet.
But she does hear things now, so.
So. Shit.
She already doesn't like my dog.
It's time to curse around Joe's baby, everyone.
Alex.
That's
Now, I think we could probably guess what her first word is going to be.
C-Nugs.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Just to annoy her, it'll be wristlock. Remember, you can help buy Joe Colton's way out of the swear jar. Hit up the coffee link down below. You can either here at the What's on Joe Mind account, or you could get the Joe Colton personal cosplay account and support her projects. How many do you have? Any pregnant cosplay projects on the books? Are we still gonna
yes.
on this crazy hobby?
So I have. So there is no GI Joe pregnant cosplay. So I'm forced to
I mean, as it is a property based around brutal combat, that's probably for the best.
I
Sneak
mean, there are
peek was a
pregnant
little,
women in the military,
Yeah, otherwise it's the beginning of Conan the Barbarian.
right? I'm gonna be doing Padme from Star Wars, and then I'll probably do Wanda from WandaVision.
I mean, Padme is probably a fun costume because that's probably going to be comfortable as hell.
Yeah, both are very comfortable. I'm looking forward to it.
Very.
I tried to do Yennefer last weekend, and I had a couple photographers ask me if I gained weight.
Ooh. Did
Well,
they get
technically-
throat punched?
So when they regained consciousness, did you tell them that they were?
That's
I
a,
was like-
that's a tough one, though, because they're out of line, but they ain't wrong.
I was like, no, I'm pregnant. And they were like looking at me like, are you sure? Like, we haven't seen anything online. And I was like, it's because I didn't put it online.
Because it's not real until it's on the net.
If I didn't tell you, that's why you didn't see anything.
Yes. And so they were like, no way. And so I had to ask my friend Julie. I was like, Julie, am I pregnant? And she goes, is this a trick question? I was like, these people don't believe that I'm pregnant. They think I gained weight. She's like, oh no, she's pregnant.
J. Albert Vargas just jumped on to give you all a thumbs up, but I will watch tomorrow when at work. Love you guys. We appreciate that, J. Albert
Thank
Vargas.
you, sir.
Digging it. Thanks for finding us.
Everybody should follow J. Albert Vargas's lead and give the video a thumbs up, and perhaps subscribe while you're down there hitting the buttons below the screen. We hit. I was doing checking out the history the other day. We hit 1,000 subscribers a year ago in March.
Nice.
So, I mean, kind of nice. I feel like we've kind of stalled out since then. So this is the time to go out and share and spread the word.
Subscribe to this episode, and they will forever have Philip Donnelly on instead of me.
How it works?
This is how you get this mug off of this show forever. Subscribe, and you'll never have to see me again.
This
I think
just did subscriber count dropped to 940.
I think we just eliminated a lot of HCC's potential excuses. Hey, what are you doing Tuesday night? Oh, my mic broke. Really?
Joe, we got one for you here. Michael Gene Fleming on the ball. Renegade Scarlet from that one episode when they were trying to bust Duke out of jail was pretending to be pregnant.
That's true.
So that's a thought for you there. White trash looking Scarlet. That was a great scene. So that's not a bad idea for a cosplay.
Yeah.
Scarlet the slack-jawed yokel.
Probably regular people clothes.
Isn't Renegade Scarlet everyone's least favorite Scarlet, though?
No.
Ooh.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Ooh, not a lot of depth in Renegade Scarlet. Just kind of bitchy. Sorry.
Ah.
Man.
Just saying.
Man.
Just saying.
That's my favorite Scarlet.
Really?
No, I'm trying to stir up some controversy.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting like
Whatever,
I only have so much time left, and we have to disagree about something.
Right.
Hey, if you were stuck in an RV traveling across country with a bunch of like frat boys, let's face it.
I suppose that's
You wouldn't
true.
be in a great mood either.
Yeah.
What do you say we get to the news?
Ooh.
First news item.
Do, 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 do.
There we go. No offense, Mark. She's better at that than
That's why I'm the understudy, man. I know my role.
Good news if you pledged the Action Force or Total Action Force softcover. It is funded. Been funded for a while, but they got enough in there. It passed the €23,000 mark, which meant they actually unlocked the stretch goal, and there means there's bonus content. That's right, bonus content here for Volume 1. Congratulations to our good friends Patty and Brian. Quick round of applause.
Yeah, leave that up.
That means I'm getting me some bonus content.
That's right. So if you waited for the soft cover, clearly you were smarter than us all.
Not me.
Well, you're one of the ones that are smarter than us all. Sure. But there we go. You can't have funding without fun.
There you go.
And Bart with a good point here, Mark. Ninja Force Scarlet sucks. So that's
Head sculpt's pretty good.
That's a Scarlet that's worse than Renegade Scarlet, hands down.
I remember trying to take the head off a Ninja Force Scarlet and working on a Year 1 Scarlet. It did not work at all.
Although, Joe, maybe you could do Ninja Force Scarlet, because Ninja Force Scarlet does have them wide berth lips.
Oh, that's true.
This is where the lasers come through the camera in my screen.
That was not her play feature, though, as I recall. Did she have a cyclone kick or something?
Fuck you, Mike.
Oh, there we go. You hear that, baby?
Right. Listen to that shit, kid. Yeah.
That baby's first word is going to be filthy. She's going to come out and say Rakondo, just like that.
She'll even
Excuse me,
Mike's
Mike
fault.
can hear that.
Rakondo.
Maybe we can send the baby a folded up cowboy hat. It'd be pretty cool.
Ooh.
I hate you all.
Something to think about.
Just
Next
saying.
news item.
Fair enough.
Just in case you were still wondering, it's still postponed. The Hasbro Pulse fan stream for G.I. Joe, originally scheduled for Valentine's Day, is going to happen March 8th. I think 11 o'clock a.m. I forget. I don't know. I didn't write it down. I shouldn't say I didn't write it down. I didn't put it
I
up.
think every one of these things for every brand is done at 11 o'clock. So
Right. It's absolutely the worst time for me, so I'm going to have to turn over control of the What's on Joe Mind media empire to somebody else during that run. I ain't going to be waiting for it.
Although that will be a Tuesday.
It is.
No, it's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. That's Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you type in the comment section, "Where's Mark?" I'll get you a mention on air. How's that? Love it. Love it. Doesn't happen very often, so we got to bring that back.
But Viper Scout says, yet Marvel is tomorrow. Well, whatever. We don't care about Marvel.
Yeah, that one's scheduled already, probably.
Whatever. That's fine. They have their corporate masters to bend at the heel of. We'll take our freewheeling G.I. Joe bunch.
Hey, did you see they're doing a Power Man Luke Cage? You want to get that out?
Right.
With the yellow shirt or white shirt? Yellow shirt.
Yeah. The yellow
And the
pirate shirt?
And the upside down tiara?
Yeah.
Mm.
Chain belt. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Glorious. I am ordering it.
Who doesn't like a chain belt?
That is
I am all over that.
unofficially, that's the Sweet Christmas, Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so keep your schedules ready for that. Like I said, I'll be asleep. Next news item.
Mute, 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 mute. Oh, she's holding out.
You're not getting shit.
Mark, time for you to step in.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, she left.
She
Oh,
failed.
She's back.
She's out. I fixed this tile and then I downloaded the wrong file. So the Operation Backer Kit or Operation Recall Backer Kit, Operation Backer Kit. That would just wouldn't that be the most cynical thing ever? We put our project on Backer Kit. What is it? It's pledging to Backer Kit. Anyways, Operation Recall's Backer Kit closes September 5th. So you've got until Labor Day weekend to get your final amounts in. Carson took to the airwaves this past week, told everybody that they are making sure that they get all of the final artwork and all that stuff taken care of before they take final pledges from everybody. So, yes, September 5 is the kill date on the Operation Recall Backer Kit. If you were part of the Kickstarter, great. Go on, get yourself some troop builders or whatever. If you weren't, if this is the first you're hearing of it, still get yourself over to operationrecall.backerkit.com. Sign in. You can see all the great work that Carson has done with the original creators of the G.I. Joe line. That's Larry Hama and Bill Merkline and Kirk Bazigian and Mark Pennington was where he drove down to a couple weekends ago. We were going to have him on the show, and then he was like, "Hey, Mark Pennington called. I got to go to Florida." I'm like, "You go to Florida, sir." Mm-hmm. And so that's what he's been doing. It is all the original creators of the G.I. Joe line at Hasbro back in the 80s back together, putting the band back together for this line of figures. They are outstanding, and you can get in on it here at the ground floor, operationrecall.backerkit.com.
Ron Rudat's in there too.
Yeah.
Badass.
Friend of Joe Colton, Ron Rudat.
Mm-hmm. Ron didn't like me, but Ginny did, so I'm in.
Andrew Goukin, I stepped out for a few minutes, and Joe Colton's open rebellion against Mike. That's the whole cornerstone of our relationship. I say things that make her a little angry, but not angry enough.
So bad.
She can't deny that I'm still kind of funny, so she doesn't cut me off completely. But anyway. All right, you gonna be at this one?
I'm there. I'm already there.
He's just waiting.
I just last week when I thought they were not last week, but a couple weeks ago when I thought they were closing up in February, I signed up for another one of those great white diver guys. That guy's awesome. That's like a deep 6 that you can pose.
Yeah, what's taking so long though? Jeez.
This is one where it's going to be fun to watch the process as well, because I mean, part of the project is the process. So this is a fun one. It's a really cool idea.
Right. This is really unlike anything we've seen before, in that we're seeing everything. The clairvoyance is part of the built-in costumes. Diana Davis adds that Joe is angry for 2.
I am, ma'am. Thank you.
What she's pretending to be is. Next news item. We will take Joe Colton flatulence. That's fine. But, this nugget came up over Twitter this past week, and it was starting to make enough noise that I figured, let's go ahead and get out in front of this one.
Yep.
But an outfit called Power Comics dropped this tweet. Ready for a big announcement coming Wednesday, March 1st, which is tomorrow. Here's a little hint, and it's the G.I. Joe logo.
Raising the eyebrow.
Right. And a lot of folks took this one and ran with it, like Power Comics was in the running for the G.I. Joe comic book license. If that's the case, then we would all be surprised. That Power Comics is, not to poo-poo what they do, I'm not familiar with them. But from what I've gathered, they're a pretty small outfit. They've got some projects out there that have been funded by Kickstarter. That's not the kind of publisher that Hasbro's going to give the G.I. Joe license to. So everybody can just relax about this one. Power Comics might be doing something that has some tangential relationship to G.I. Joe, but if it turns out to be something official, I mean, I'll be the first to apologize for calling this one wrong, but it's not going to be anything official. So
we all know the license is going to Archie.
Right. Everybody exhale. Archie meets Beachhead will be the first project. Anyways, but so everybody just exhale, relax.
Their new drill sergeant will be Sergeant Weatherby.
Hey, Rob, how many long boxes of comics do you own? Ballpark.
40 something.
So how many total comics? Just ballpark.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's what, 200 in a long box?
I didn't mean to bring this to the math portion of the program. I just thought
I
I got a
was
big
told
old
there would be
number.
no math.
I was told there would be lots, let's just say.
And how many of those are Power Comics?
That would be like a grand total of squadoosh.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Okay.
don't even know who this publisher is.
Right.
Of course, back in the day, I didn't know who Devil's Due was.
They have funded a few projects via Kickstarter. It's not to say there's nothing out there. I don't know anything about the quality of the books. I'm not making any kind of aspersions about Power Comics as a publisher. I don't know anything about them. But if they're getting the G.I. Joe license, we're all going to find hats to eat.
Yeah. And all I'm saying is, having no true knowledge of Power Comics, this is exactly the kind of teaser somebody would have dreamed up as a way to get the name out. We aren't talking about Power Comics this year, probably, if they didn't do this little thing.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's clever enough. It's a little bit of the shell game there, but whatever.
That's a little disingenuous.
S. Myers says if Power Comics were getting the license, they wouldn't steal their own thunder by undercutting the official reveal. That is 100% correct. We don't even know when the official reveal's coming. I mean, I kind of hope it comes March 8th. It would be nice to know that eventually, but we don't even know that that's going to happen then for sure. So
now Larry Hama can do whatever he wants because he's the Godfather. But him posting, well, halfway through issue 303,
right,
kind of steals the thunder a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's his thunder to steal, so more power to him.
Right. As Diana Davis notes, they got a lot of shares for those posts. And, you know, I hated to join the train on that one, but you kind of had to.
They got 4 shares, near as I can tell.
Yeah.
We got on that one early.
I got more for Cleveland Indians / Guardian Player of the Day, Tris Speaker. Just saying.
I mean, in fairness, I took that screenshot Tuesday, or what was not Tuesday, because today's Tuesday. Maybe Friday when that thing first showed up. I forget what day it was. So it's an old screen cap.
Yeah, but it had been up 11 hours, right?
I mean, you know, you can see how confused Deke Lady J is there. But yeah, just don't worry about it. I'm sure this will be a great piece of news if you're a fan of maybe a Joe alumnus who's going to work with Power Comics on a project. That seems to be a pattern that they've had. So good on them for playing the system. We salute that. As a former marketing guy, Mark Weber, do you salute that?
I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
Right.
And to be fair, Rakonda was a Deke too. Just saying.
Rich Cohan, thanks for the Cleveland shout out, Honcho.
Man, it's the Indian fans, and I say Indian fans, are so defensive in my eternal baseball thing. I have to refer to players as just Cleveland, just so I don't get the backlash anymore. They're not the Guardians. Brr.
Yeah, they are actually, but sure.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
We're not gonna argue that that Cleveland Guardians is a dumb name. Yes, it is.
Right. Not.
The Clevelanders are a proud people with a grand sports tradition
Of losing.
That ended in the 50s.
Toy Kind of Mood is in. Just wanted to wish Watch Out Joe Mine good luck on the new move. Thank you. Seems to be working. Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yes. If they went on the move too, they decided that Wednesday was a better night for them. They used to be on Tuesdays. It's the grand shuffle of G.I. Joe live streams.
Mhm.
I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
I'm staying.
No, you're the anchor,
You
man.
can't make me.
We
You
can't.
said your cheers. You ain't moving.
Mm-mm.
I'm actually not moving. I am stationary at the moment, and you can't change me. Like, I think I didn't come up with any good controversies this time, but I'll Power Comics, they suck.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I hope
I'll
that's
salute
like
them. One finger salute.
Goodness. You watch out who you one finger salute in that shirt, sir.
I hope that's our episode thumbnail is the accusatory finger.
I apologize for the offense that Joe's baby might have had for my insinuation that I might have made an obscene gesture. I apologize. Man, I'm not mean enough to do this.
Next news item. He's just warming back up.
He's back.
And as you can see here, the Kickstarter has begun, as we told you last week, for the After Action Report command files. This is a new project from Josh and Roger with another gentleman, Greg. And here's a quick snippet from their Kickstarter page. You can see the Duke page there. It is just going to be an accumulation of all of the high points and the versions and of each character from the G.I. Joe mythos. We'll know more about this project next week when these gentlemen are guests on our show. Ooh.
Let's tell them it's on Friday. Be like, meet us at the 19th hole at 9:00.
Right. But so go ahead, head over to Kickstarter, type in After Action Report. This will come right up for you. It's going to fund for a while. As you can see there, funds until April 15th. So that's still, 6 weeks off yet. But yeah, so plenty of time on that one. Go ahead, get yourself familiar with it. Come on back, have some questions for Roger and Greg next week when we've got them on the show. Next news item. It's not what's on Joe mind if Joe Colton has not forgotten that she's muted herself.
I'm muting myself.
Oh, look, that's it. It's Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler tank. Woo-hoo. Brought to us by Kokomo Toys. And speaking of Kokomo Toys, let's take a moment here. Grab a quick word with the mayor himself, Todd Jordan. Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Here we go. Remember, you can always shop Kokomo Toys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on their eBay store. Just head over to eBay, type in Kokomo Toys, take you right to it. And speaking of taking you right to it, we're right about the line where a certain Hooded Cobra commander's got to go and have dinner with his lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's I appreciated being on the show. I wish I could stay for the whole thing. I've already been going for 2 hours now, or as my girlfriend calls it, quickie. But I'll say good evening now. And
so you went on at the end of your program, Brian. You noted how you felt kind of weird as an adult man, middle-aged as we all are, calling Marianne your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's.
So why don't we ask Joe Colton what is an acceptable term?
Yeah.
As our resident girlfriend expert, Joe Colton. Senior girlfriend correspondent, Joe Colton.
Since I'm not middle-aged. Girlfriend is just fine.
It's fine. Okay. All right. That's the official word.
You're in your own head again. But we're just
right. Well, thanks everyone.
We're going to continue to refer to as Your lady.
Yes,
Ooh.
lady.
Hello, Ms. Lady.
Hello, Miss Lady.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to look a little bit more like Kenny Rogers, so we can. Yeah, I think
You're voguing very well.
Yeah.
He's framing up.
But anyway, I'll plug the damn show next week, and I'll come up with something good, something that'll light a fire under the community and really get people talking.
We appreciate everything you've done with us and for us and all that good stuff through the years, Brian. So it is truly an honor to be taking the baton from you on Tuesday nights. We're glad that there's no conflict of schedules there, and we hope to many future partnerships. Maybe we can come haunt your show once in a while after you get the StreamYard up and going.
Yeah, I gotta upgrade and stuff. Yes, I agree. It's a great honor, but I'll allow it this time. But no, for real, I've enjoyed this show since long before I had a show. So it's an honor for me to be here. It's a privilege to be here.
All right, my friend, go have some dinner with your lady.
Will do.
Right.
Right.
Before you get in trouble, go.
Yeah.
Yes, I get out of here now. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Now, it's all rainbows and sunshine now, but sooner or later he's going to throw us through the barbershop window.
Sure.
Just saying.
That's good television. Is what that is.
Oh, goodness.
Just saying.
The live chat is trying to put their spin on girlfriend. CT Davis. That's a new name. Welcome to the show, CT Davis. Woman friend.
Woman friend.
How do you feel about woman friend, Joe Colton?
Are you giving her high fives?
How about hey toots?
That's my broad.
The old lady, the ball and chain.
People don't use broad very enough anymore.
I usually use it.
Torpedo Mike says, when my wife and her friends get together, they still prefer being called the girls, not the ladies.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe their microphone isn't deep enough. Maybe if they had somebody going, the ladies, maybe that would be different.
And they could,
Yeah. I get looks when I'm like, hey, broad, what's up?
Andrew Calgan. What's on Joe Mind? Sends their regards. Red wedding ensues.
seems legit.
People forget that we are a physically imposing podcast, right? Like most of the time, like these guys, these teams, these live stream bunches, they're all kind of like short and doughy. We're huge and doughy.
Yeah.
And we've got Joe Colton who knows how to throw a punch.
Mm-hmm.
Like Joe Colton is the runt of the litter. She's 5'8".
Yeah, but she's cover your ears, darling. She's also catching up on us, right? Normally we're the offensive line, but I'm bulking up.
Not for long, boys. Not for long.
You were always the first wave of attack, Joe Colton. Make no mistake.
Now you watch. Joe Colton's going to go on a ridiculous diet here in early June. She's going to lose about 14 pounds. 14 pounds.
Them Greek kids is big.
Oh, man.
Oh, lordy.
Hephaestus is a good Greek. Oh, it's for a boy, though.
Hephaestus. Persephone.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Before it was we found it was a girl. I had names picked out, and Wes had his names picked out, and so I had Socrates. Guess he could be called Sock or Socrates.
Socrates.
No.
Socrates.
Absolutely Socrates.
I had Thaddeus, but apparently that sounds like Chad. So
And Thad is out.
yeah.
Thaddeus sounds like he should be chasing across the country after the Hulk.
Thad Colton wristlock is not a good name.
Nah, it doesn't flow. What about Medusa if it's a girl? Oh.
We could.
While we're talking baby names,
Oh goodness.
why don't we go ahead and toss up our own graphic there?
That's right. Give it up.
Congratulations.
Give it up.
This is right off of Wes's page, so I'm sure that you did it first, Joe Colton, but I found it easier on his. So I'm going to give credit to the wrist lock on that one.
That's okay. he actually just took. So I did the top of just my ring, and then the wedding rings, and then his, and then this was the last line, and he just took this. He put it as cover page. I'm like, I worked so hard to make this, and he's like, it's beautiful.
Look, it's not his fault. He's got to make it work in the format. He's using part of it. You know, give him a break. Barking Fridge has a good one there. Diana Prince Colton. That's not bad.
Ooh, I like that.
But we do want to take this opportunity. We did, if you look down in the notes below, we did promise a contest this week.
Oh.
We did promise a
Didn't
contest
we?
because I know Joe Colton did not read the show notes.
I
So
did not.
we have to inform, the people who are on the show about the rules of the show. And that means that we are introducing the first ever What's on Joe Mind? Name That Baby contest.
Outstanding.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh.
The fans have been asking for more topless photography on the show, and
Right.
we deliver.
Have they?
But, Rack Time Rob's time with the photographer is next month, so they got to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I won't be wearing a hat.
Oh goodness.
Well, a trucker cap, but it's because there's 12 months in the year.
Just a hat.
I think Phil Donnelly already won the contest.
Right.
Joey Jojo Jr. Shabbat.
But I'll put
Phil, that's the worst name I've ever heard.
I'm going to put my example out there for everybody. Mango habanero. But we are going to name that baby.
Oof.
And here's the rules.
Okay.
Look at how surprised that baby is. That baby's adorable. Can't believe that baby's public domain. Here we go. Your entry must be entered as a comment on this video on YouTube. Live chat and Facebook comments won't be considered, but if you have one you want to share elsewhere and then enter it on YouTube, that's okay. So if you want to go ahead and plug it into the live chat, great. Just make sure you come back and put it in the big comments down below.
Please remember it's a girl.
Hey, for the contest, we don't.
Okay.
For number 2, keep it PG rated. This is a happy occasion, and this is for fun. Let's keep it in that spirit and not get overtly sexual or gross.
Yeah, who would do that?
Right? You never know. You never know.
This is the internet.
Oh.
Oh, I know a guy.
If you wouldn't share it with your kids, don't enter it. Rule number 3, each host will pick their individual winner, and winners will be announced on the show in 2 weeks on March 14th.
Okay.
Each of the 4 winners will receive a prize pack. The first winner to contact us via email, whatsonjoemind@gmail.com, gets first pick of prizes, and so on. 1 entry per YouTube account. And lastly, of course, Joe and Wes are under no obligation to use the names of any prize winners or entrants. So,
I
But
will
hey,
tell
it'd be
you.
cool.
I will tell you. He thinks he's decided. I have not agreed. So
But you get
there's
veto.
room.
You
So
get
Phil-
veto power, though, right?
I do. I'm carrying the baby.
tell
Wow.
him to hold off because we got 2 weeks of contest. He can mine that for names.
I think either parent should have veto power, because if you love the name Stephanie, but that was his rotten teacher in 2nd grade,
Right.
then it's out.
Oh,
right?
we have veto power.
Veto power's gotta go
Yeah.
both ways. Yeah.
He wanted if it was a boy Jericho, and I vetoed it.
That's a pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
That baby would never lay on its back. Oh,
The winner is, of course, Mango Habanero. But I'm going to turn that into to make that a.
What?
There we go. Put that up to remind everybody of the winning name right there.
Nice.
That is what Joe Colton's baby is going to be called right there, Mango Habanero.
Even
But,
more than Eudora Euclidia.
That's the spirit.
Careful.
That's right. Right. But that's the spirit of the contest right there. We want silly and fun. And,
Yes.
everybody here is going to have a winner. Our entries, of course, are not eligible. So anybody entering Mango Habanero is out. That's not going to be the winner. But because I know that's going to be the actual name, so it doesn't have to win the contest. But that is the contest for 2 weeks going forward. You've got 2 weeks until March 14th, until showtime. That's when we got it, and we'll announce the winners. I mean, we'll probably know in advance of March 14th. So we'll get it figured out. We'll hold off the possibility of somebody just wowing us last minute, but I got a feeling we're going to know on March 14th who are winners. Andrew Galgan asks, can you enter more than once? If you have more than one YouTube entry, by all means, do that. 1 entry per YouTube account. And, if you wanted to create a second YouTube account and then subscribe it, I wouldn't get in your way. I'm not saying that's not a great way to get a second entry in the Name Joe Colton's Baby contest, but it's a great way to get a second entry in the Name Joe Colton's Baby contest.
Interesting.
I was thinking Daniel LeClaire if it's a boy.
And Claire LaDaniel if it's a girl.
Claire LaDaniel, that's good.
So that is that. That is the Name Joe Colton's Baby contest.
Okay.
As I told no one on the cast about this in advance. What do you guys think?
It's not surprising.
I like it.
I think it's a higher class of contest than I would have expected out of me.
Oh, wait till you see the responses. You don't have to control what class it is.
Wait.
Right. Look, I'm going to be going over this stuff fairly regularly. So if somebody ignores the contest rules and enters something that's just hopelessly gross, I'll just delete it. But
I'm going to go with Biker Renegade.
That's fine. It's not a bad name. Just because Joe's having a girl doesn't mean you have to give us a girl's name, but whatever. It's probably gonna help you out in terms of just a thought. Gonna help you out in terms of us picking you as a winner. So be sure to get your entry in, win some exciting GI Joe prizes, which will be revealed in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna try and make all 4 of them roughly equal value. So I gotta figure out what's going to what first.
Pick a boy's name. Get Joe's Baby banned in Florida.
Y su nombre es Bob.
I think we should name the baby El Nino.
El Nino, which of course means the Nino.
The Nino. No, exciting GI Joe prizes. I can say off the top of my head they'll be worth at least. All prizes are coming from Kokomo Toys, so $80 in value at least. $80 retail. So there's decent giftage here. We'll get more information on that. Again, I gotta sort it out. I gotta make that even 4 ways. So. Randy Ashley's going with Scarlet Crimson because apparently he wanted to be a stripper.
How about Christelle? That's good.
Oh boy.
There's a stripper name.
Right?
Chastity.
Chastity, because it's ironic.
So now that's obviously big news right there. Mark Weber, you got anything to top that?
No, I live a simple life.
If anybody in the live audience has any questions for the team, we do have a few minutes tonight, so this is a good time to toss those out there. Does Joe Colton get an advertising fee if she names the baby Kokomo Toys Colton? You would think so, but knowing the mayor like I know the mayor, good luck with that.
You'd have to throw in some donuts.
I don't know if that'll work.
Right. The mayor can be bribed with donuts. Actually, so can the boss, but we'll see.
Sean Russel's got to get one.
Bithina McConkey. No.
Sure.
It's a 5% discount for the next 3 months.
That's good because at least we got out of February.
No
'Cause we got
pre-orders.
hosed. It's only 28 days in February.
Yeah, two of those 3 months will have 31 days.
Go ahead. Got the why? which you know is pretty accurate, really. It's not bad.
Cobra's crazy weather patterns just swallow up my signals.
Shipless layout. Shipless layout.
We'll look at horror on the Go team at the end.
What about Sparta, Mississauga? That's pretty good.
Sparta.
You could call her Missy.
Yeah. Have you thought Sparta? You little warrior chick going?
What about Themyscira? How do you say it?
Themyscira.
Yeah, that sounds like a girl's name. Got an A on the end and everything.
Maleficent and Dora.
Ooh.
Having work terms early in the morning, logging on out. Well, thank you for joining us anyway, Michael Gene Fleming. We do appreciate your time tonight.
What about female Maleficent? Oh, see what I did there? I flipped it.
What is
flipped it for real.
happening?
We're naming babies.
Ed Rubin says we have Joe Colton. They should definitely not name the baby Joe Colton.
Correct.
I mean, what would we name Joe Colton?
Oh my god.
Look at that. It's like the Beast. But the pedicure is spot on.
Thank you.
It really brings out the green in your eyes.
I cannot do that right now.
I mean, can you see your feet?
I can.
Okay, all right.
I can't, like, bending is a thing.
Right.
Wes
Or
puts
it
my
used to be.
socks on and my shoes.
Got to get those. What was it? Skechers has those little slip-on things with the
I have those.
pop on. Yeah. That's not a bad trick right there.
Nope.
So I'm guessing there's no Baroness cosplay before June.
So I'm supposed to be doing a charity event sometime in April. And they're like, do you think you can do Wonder Woman? And I'm like,
For what it's worth, Joe Colton, Matt Rubin seems kind of sorry. I should have thought that through. I didn't think Mike would whip the picture out. Mike's always got the Joe Colton picture out.
Excuse me while
okay,
I,
Matt. It's okay.
excuse me while I whip this out.
No!
Just so you don't have any bad feelings towards Matt Rubin. That one is all on me.
I don't have bad feelings towards Matt Rubin.
Matt Rubin is here every week. He's
a sweetheart.
He is one of our dirty half dozen coffee monthly subscribers. We have nothing but great feelings for Matt Rubin.
He is very sweet. Thank you.
Joe, I'm thinking we may be able to go through with this pregnant Wonder Woman thing, as long as Wes is able to do proud Steve Trevor in the background, like in every photo.
I have to try it on this
Steve
weekend.
can't wipe the
Wes
smile
was like,
off my face, Trevor.
You're going to put that thing on. And I was like, I'm going to try. And he's like, all right, let's see how this works out for you. And so I was like, I asked the lady, I was like, which version of Wonder Woman would you like? She's like, oh, the hero suit is fine. You don't have to do like anything crazy. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Maybe do the big gold one and just keep the wings in front. Be like what Wonder Woman. Yep.
So it's quite funny. I was like, I don't know if I could do that, but okay, let me try it on. I mean, it's adjustable in the back. The whole thing is like a corset. However, I have to get into it first. So.
It's the first time someone's mentioned the words pregnant and corset together like it's a good idea.
Right. It's more of I mean, maybe if it was working as kind of an undercarriage for support, perhaps.
Right.
I don't know. But
I think this is going to be hilarious. Ladies,
No, it's a good idea though, because corsets I think are usually pulled tight, but you could go the other way with it, right?
more of a hammock.
Yeah.
Wes is like, you're even starting to do the waddle. And I was like,
Oh.
He only said that because he could run away from you, right?
Right.
Because of the waddling.
So what do you say we can actually wind this one up a little bit early because there's not a whole lot going on.
yes.
Why don't we go ahead and get into shout-outs? Or no,
So
let's
what we
do
got
what we got in. We forgot what
Oh
we got
yeah.
in. So Racktime Rob, why don't you go ahead and kick that off?
All righty. Well, non-G.I. Joe related, I have the late, great Vincent Price in his greatest role.
Oh, nice.
You get you up on the big screen there, Rob. Hang on.
Yeah.
There we go. Vincent Price's egghead.
Oh, that's great. How's the head sculpt on that?
Round.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not cross-eyed, right? Like, because there's always something that's fucked up with those ones.
No, it's pretty good.
They're good? There.
And then I did get in.
Yay! I just got mine today. I don't even have it open yet. That's what happens when
Okay, with these
falls
nifty
on us.
bookmarks.
You know what I want? I want, like, G.I. Joe coloring books. Is that bad? Like, I want a coloring book.
I don't think that's a problem. It's
I think we can
relaxing
find-
for
We
adults.
can find that.
Yeah.
I can't find any.
Things did exist that way back.
I know. I was like, I remember a coloring book. My dad was like, I'm not looking through your entire
Let
room.
me give me a day or two to work on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
But go on, Rob.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. That's all you got. I gave you the big screen. You got one thing.
I got two things.
Ooh.
Well,
Mark, remember, what'd you get in?
2 books and an egghead.
All right, so this goes into the shout outs too. So I was just home in Oregon visiting my mom, who still lives in the home I grew up in. And every so often I come home and she's got a little bag, like a Ziploc bag of stuff, right? Here's some of your stuff I found. Now, bear in mind, haven't lived there since 95. So how much could be left in junk drawers or, couch cushions or whatever? So in the room I was staying in, there's this little bag of stuff, including Secret Wars Wolverine in there, right? But, I mean, most of it I either don't remember or it's, I don't need it at all. But
that is the first ever Wolverine toy.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's time to play Name That Joe part.
That's the gun from Destro's Despoiler.
Yeah.
And I didn't have two. So somewhere in storage right now, there's a Destro's Despoiler that is utterly toothless.
It's got the two missiles.
Well, I got those missiles.
Well, maybe. I lost the gun, and I was good with my toys, but all right, I lost the gun. And then check out
Maybe
this.
if you go back to visit your mom, she'll give you the gun.
Right, all right. Name That Joe part. Not that this one matters, but
not
see.
focusing too well.
Yeah.
That's a tread that's like the front of a pack rat.
Yeah, that's I think the flamethrower pack rat.
Yeah.
Foot. So good on you, Mom. And then, but my favorite, hang on, it's in here behind the Boy Scout patch. There's an Army man. What's in here somewhere? Oh,
I feel like you should go visit your mom more often. Wow.
Oh, X-Wing cannon.
X-Wing,
Yeah. Good.
X-Wing fighter.
little X-Wing cannon. There's a good one in here. Oh, here we go. How much did this run you on eBay? Check this guy out. What's this?
That's the footboard to a Cobra Moray.
That's right. And what's that going to run on eBay? $20? Come on now.
By itself, probably a good 10 or 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash money right here. So
You need to do this more often where your
I
mom
know,
just
right?
sends you a baggie of stuff.
So like here's Starscream's, cannon.
Oh
Like,
my
okay,
God.
Whatever. So to my mom. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still finding cool stuff. Hey, if your chameleon is missing,
I think that's the only piece I still have to my
Right?
chameleon.
yeah, Zartan really wrecked the chameleon. This is all they could find.
That's all he's got left.
So, but the despoiler cannon and the moray floorboard are things I didn't know I needed. I didn't know I was missing, but I was, and now I'm not, and that's thanks to Nola Weber. So, Mom, you're the best. Love it.
That floorboard, it hit your eye like a big pizza pie.
Yeah, dude.
That's amore.
I was, but I was also like, how the hell was I missing the chin cannon for the despoiler and never noticed? Right? Like, whatever.
Yeah, maybe you don't have the despoiler from when you were a kid.
Right. But for like my mom has, other than Wolverine, because she's cool, my mom would have no idea what any of that is, right? But she runs into it and goes, hey, wait a minute. Like, look at this. I'm still finding it. It's a little bag, but I'm still finding stuff, right?
Is that a Fang missile?
Fang missile, right? Surely
Wow,
I've got I'm sure I have 2 or 3 broken fangs that could go on. So yeah. Thanks, Ma.
All right, those red plastic ones, they're gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold, cherry gold. Joe Cold, what'd you get in?
So mine is also a shout out, and it actually got it today. Thank you to Phil Donnelly.
Oh God,
your Disney hookup.
Yes, so it is Snow White and the Seven Dwarves chest, and inside there is an apple. Sorry, that has diamonds. I do this often lately. I don't know. Where I just say things and I'm like, that's not what I meant to say.
It's the hormones.
I remember when Snow White bit into that egg.
She was allergic.
Oh my God. I was talking to Wes the other day and like my brain just stopped and I was looking at him. He's like, you didn't finish that thought? I was like, don't remember what it was. So nope.
It's done either way.
So I'm gonna open it in front of you guys.
Oh, we got an opening, see?
Yeah.
Diana Davis echoing the thoughts of us all. Apples, eggs, same damn things.
Thank you. So then it comes with one of the rotten apples that's got like
there we go.
It's poison dripping over it. Poison.
Yeah. So I had gotten him to get me one earlier, but when it came in, it was broken, and he was a sweetheart enough to get me another one and surprise me. So thank you, Phil. You're awesome.
He sent along a poison apple to where there will be a baby.
Yeah.
Phil Donnelly is history's greatest villain.
Yes. He's amazing.
He's history's great monster.
You leave him be. That's all I got in.
FBI's top 10 most wanted Biff McConkey dog.
I am putting together a registry list.
Right.
For stuff.
We'll be sure to what Target and Home Depot. What?
No, somebody did ask me if I was doing Depot. I was doing Amazon and Target.
Okay. So Mark, Amazon.
Yeah.
I did it just for you, Mark.
Green cowboy hat.
Got
Baby
it.
eyes.
Light on fire.
I'm gonna send it to Wes. Wes, take a picture quick.
Show this to her. See her face.
Before Joe wakes up from a nap and goes, I can smell it in the house.
Before she explodes into the hall, levitating on an energy cloud. Goodness. All right. So what did I get in? I made a trip last weekend after the show. Went out to we got a vintage store up in Brownsburg, which is northwest of Indianapolis, and I picked up a couple of Cobra Army builders. I got a lamprey for my amore, and I got myself another bucket-headed Cobra Toxo Viper.
There you go. Quack quack.
No Cobra Siggles on that.
Remember,
no.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a Toxo Viper.
It's probably a Toxo Viper.
Yes.
But that was all I got.
Mutated into a duck.
How many of those do you have now?
Toxo Vipers? I think 5.
All right.
Not a ton.
Is that lamprey complete?
The lamprey does have his gun, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't ask that. I asked if he's complete.
Well, is he going to be manning?
Does he have the proper floorboardage?
He does. He does have a proper floorboard in his moor. I have 1 moray and probably 9 lampreys. So that is a well-stocked Cobra Moray.
I like that though, because I've seen pictures like that online, like a moray just dripping with lampreys all over it, like it's the crew,
Right.
or it's the saddest bachelor party on Cobra Island.
Right. It's a total sausage fest. That's no good at all.
Both.
It's no good at all. But if I decide to spend, $15 on one single moray part, Mark, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. But if it's the spotlight disc, you got gold, man. You got away with it.
That is in Hotspot Toys out in Brownsburg, Indiana. That's where I was at last. I think it was Sunday. Because Lord knows, what happened? My big schedule change. I started working overnights for everybody at home, so it's. I have no idea what day it is. None. That transition is. It's been difficult, and I think I'm doing it better than I expected, which means it's still not going well. So yeah, but that's all. That's all I got in. I will have some more stuff that I got in next Tuesday.
It sounds like Brownsburg, Indiana, was a beachhead free zone.
It was. I will have to. There was one place in town here that has hooked me up a couple times. I'll have to go visit. I haven't been down to that one in a bit, so I'll have to check them out at some point.
I assume that's some kind of protection racket you're running, right? Like, hey, any beachheads come in here, maybe your store stays open all year. Understand?
I told Todd at Kokomo Toys, like, hey, you get any beachheads in, give me a call. I'll buy it from you. And what happens?
He puts it up on auction.
First time he gets one in a year, right on eBay. No call, no heads up, no nothing. But you know where that fucking beachhead is? It's right freaking here. That's where it is. It's got a sticker on it that says number 60. Take that, you bastards. I didn't even break my spending line on that one. I brought him in under budget. You take that, well-respected sponsor.
Mm-hmm. I hope you left him bad feedback.
No, I left good feedback. I've bought from Todd before online, so like any feedback I leave is just duplicate at this point.
That would be awesome to leave bad feedback and go, he should have brought this to me directly instead of putting it on damn eBay. Negative.
Phil Donnelly asks, now who's angry for two, Mike? And I'm from Long Island. I'm always angry for at least two.
Mainly because he's been stuck on the expressway.
Damn.
Yes.
Remember, everybody, before we bust out of what we got in, be sure to get your entry into the Name That Baby contest by leaving a comment with your name for Joe's baby down below in the Big Boy comment section. That is must be entered on the video on YouTube. Keep it PG rated. We'll each have a winner, so 4 big winners. We'll figure that out on March 14th. And remember, of course, Joe is under no legal obligation to take your baby's name for her baby.
Shoutouts?
Let's move into shoutouts. Racktime Rob, why don't you go ahead and shout it out?
Shout out to the studio audience. Shout out to Joe and Wes. As we can officially state now, congratulations.
What about Bebe Colton?
Well,
Bebe Wristlock.
Yeah.
Wristlock Bebe.
Baby Eudora. Named after Pulitzer Prize winner and literary belching champion Eudora Welty.
Coming, Eudora.
Can we name the baby Bjorn just to confuse everybody?
And then put a headband on and a tennis racket.
Bebe.
People keep saying Honolulu. That's the worst name I've ever heard.
I guess it's better than Honolulu.
Better than but she
got that 100-hand slap working.
He wore a diaper too. Maybe we're on to something.
Hey, you know, something here. We're on a path. We're close. Shout out to Cullen, who's turning 12 and a quarter at 11:59 tonight. Cullen is the first person that I've even met a couple times who has a birthday on leap year day.
Yeah.
A day that does not exist most of the time. So happy birthday in the time warp to Colin Davis.
Yes.
Mark Weber, why don't you go ahead and shout yours out?
Let's give a shout out to Ken Tisher. If you know who that is, you ain't been to the last Blockbuster lately. The owner of the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon, who was my boss in high school and very early junior college when it was Pacific Video. I got to see him when I was back in Bend. Still running the show. They had a cool Super Bowl ad that they ran on Instagram. If you haven't seen it yet, check out Last Blockbuster. And just best boss I ever had. Great to see him when I was back in Bend. And then friend of the show, and I think with us right now, Bart Simon lost his mom last week. So shout out to Bart. Tough week for you, I know. And we are pulling for you. And time heals all wounds. So we hope you get the time to start your healing. That's what I got.
Yeah, our condolences there. But, Joe Colton.
I'm gonna give a shout out to.
Give your last shout outs before insanity descends on your house.
My husband and my parents and my sister-in-law, who's been helping me a lot with the registry because I know nothing of baby things, and people put a lot of stuff on the registry that is like they get like sucked into this like warp thing where they're like, I want everything. I'm like, we don't have
baby needs a Foreman grill.
Right, like what? So and then Wes for doing a lot of the dinners and making sure that I actually do rest and like I don't take a lot on.
Good. I remember setting up the wedding registry with the former ex-wife.
Yeah.
That was one of those experiences.
Former ex-wife? Did you guys get back together?
No. No, I guess it was more that I've expunged her from my. But yeah, she kind of went crazy on that registry, and then I did get a hold of that little laser thing at the Target, and I scanned in each of the night attack choppers, the tan one and the green one, and they both showed up at that wedding table. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I've done.
Shout out to Chandler's and the Adcocks on that one. Still got those wedding gifts. I don't have many wedding gifts, but I got those two.
Mm-hmm. It's the crimson one's the hard one to find.
Yeah, but I didn't want that one. It was dumb. Didn't like it.
Took me forever to find that.
Yeah, well, it came out right at the end of Ella versus Men. It was tough.
My mom said it wouldn't fit in the bag.
Torpedo Mike says, get gift cards. Often retailers will give you a small extra discount to finish your registry.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I did sign up for gift cards as well on Amazon. So thank you.
Phil Donnelly says, no, Joe, I'm not buying you the Lego Disney Castle.
Yeah, you are.
And Diane skip the expensive fancy baby clothes, ask for things like diaper genies and such. We know that there's at least one What's on Joe Mind onesie on its way.
Yes, I've got I found not the diaper genie, the Munchkin one, like the one that I found that at a thrift store. So I bought that and tested it out and it works. And then I just put the refills on the registry. So
there we go. There you are. Remember those don't buy the baby seats from like the 50s and 60s. Just let them go on by. They're not safe.
My mom was like, we have a car seat if you want. And I was like, no.
No. I mean, back in the 50s and 60s, those car seats had like built-in ashtrays. You know.
You say sure thing, Mom, and then you take it and immediately turn and drop it in a dumpster.
Buy your own car seat and ask somebody else to install it. Say that'll be the gift, because there's almost no more frustrating hell in life than installing a baby car seat. It's the worst.
And keep
I
in
was
mind,
just gonna go to the either the fire station down the street or the police station.
My brother, 6'5", 260 pound, Michael Weber.
Yeah.
They used to make him do that at his police station. Because the only thing worse than installing your own car seat is having to install someone else's when you don't even have kids. So there's Mike in the car, knee on the car seat, back on the ceiling, pulling up on the straps, cursing the whole time. Yeah.
But his mustache was fabulous.
What if you do that, and you're within your rights to do that? Watch their face when you ask them, or when they realize where this conversation is headed. When you pull up in the minivan with the car seat and the baby in tow.
Make sure the car seat's still in the box.
So they can do an unboxing video.
Killer Weezer says, ask for a mint vintage USS flag. The baby will love it.
It'll be like its changing table.
Yeah, Viper Scout threw that on there as well. Doubles as a changing table.
There you go.
Great minds.
Great minds think alike.
Put the baby in the Terrordrome and then raise her up with the elevator. It'll be great.
When it's time to burp the baby, you just raise it up and little Eudora can belch away. Everybody ever want to figure out what obscure reference I'm making in casual conversation? Just go watch The Critic from the 90s, and that's going to be 70% of them. Just go do that. Anyways, any other shout outs, Mark?
No, that's it. I'm good.
All right, I'm going to give a shout out to our guest tonight, Hooded Cobra Commander 788 Brian Lower, who is currently out having dinner with his lady.
Hello, Miss Lady.
Hello, Miss Lady. Give a shout out to everybody who is yet to enter the What's on Joe Mind Name That Baby contest. Remember to rewind a little bit, get the rules one more time. I'm not going to repeat them again. Give a shout out, like Ragtime Rob did, to our studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us live tonight. If you're catching us on recording, we appreciate you too. There's probably going to be a bunch of you. We did switch days after all, so it's a lot of new names and faces out there. We appreciate all of you who tune in, regardless of when you do it. If you catch us on audio, we thank you too. We cannot thank them. There's an extra 200 or 300 people every episode who catch us on Podbean or Apple Tunes or whatever, wherever you get your audio podcasts. I can't talk anymore. I'm just not used to being awake.
Yeah, it's a school night,
right? Oh God! But
it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be awake for another 7 or 8 hours. So yeah, I mean, make no mistake, this is weird. I'm used to having that big weekend mojo going, and that is not the case this week. So give a shout out to you guys, to Mark Weber and Joe Colton, who were gone a couple of weeks now. People were starting to ask. They were starting to think that maybe Rob killed you to get the second chair. No, he did not.
Not yet. Not yet.
Tried. He's tried. You never take a drink from Ragtime Rob. Anyway.
Did you enjoy the Carvel ice cream cakes I said?
Right. Rob's playing his own dead game, this time with feet. Ah!
Joe Colton hates us.
Yeah.
Hates us. But, remember,
speaking of which, we should see if there's like a onesie that looks like Cookie Puss.
All right, we'll give it a look later. If you're catching us for the first time tonight, again, thank you. Please remember to go down, like the video, subscribe to the channel. There's a good 30% of you every week who just watch us and don't subscribe. I mean, what's up with that? They already know you're watching.
Yeah.
You watch us once, they're going to suggest you to us all the time. So just click the subscribe button. If you catch us on Facebook or you listen to us on audio, however you want to listen to us is fine. We're going to keep giving it to you that way. But please, at some point, take a second, make your way over to YouTube and subscribe to us there. That's really the best way we can to count up what's going on. We do want to try to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's our goal. I'd like to at least get comfortably into the monetized range, so that we don't have to worry about that the way we've worried about it for the previous 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's about it for this week in What's on Joe Mind. Hopefully next week we will have some actual news, but we will have special guests, Roger and Greg, with us from After Action Reports Character Guide. So we will have lots to talk about with them. And until then, as our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe if you can't keep, and if you can't, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Have a great rest of the week. Not weekend. We got a long way to go before the weekend. I'm not used to this anymore. This is normally when we do this show, we're all done for a while. What's wrong with the world? Remember to get your entry in to the Name Joe Colton's Baby contest down below. Have a great rest of the week. And you'll go.
Beer.
It's board. Floorboards.
Am I boarding you?
$15.
It's a boarding party.